To make money in real estate, do you have to do a fixer-upper? It's a really good question. My name's Kris Krohn. I've done over 4,000 single-family homes, and I'm here to give you an answer to this. And it comes from a question that comes from one of you on the other side of the lens watching my videos, from James, who's 21 years old, in the military, and really trying to ask himself, hey, if I want to get ahead in life, should I focus on a fixer-upper? James and everyone else got that answer coming your way next. You know, when I bought my first property, it was more of a fixer-upper than I would ever do again. I mean, this thing, I took a wall down and I expanded a room and I had to retile and repaint everything. In fact, there were big dogs living in the house before and they left piles of crap everywhere. The previous owners had been heavy chain smokers for who knows how many decades because the white walls were just nicotine yellow. And by the time I got in there, my wife was terrified. She's like, I'm trusting you because I married you, but this house looks terrifying. And it wasn't more than a month later that it was beautiful. We cleaned it up. It looked great. I'll tell you this, I'll never forget what happened. The electricity had been shut off for 6 weeks prior. We opened up the fridge and within an instant, purple sludge came all over the ground and the smell was so horrific that my wife and I both threw up. It was horrible. And then we thought we could salvage it because we were so poor. So with bleach and masks and like hazmat suits, we cleaned this whole thing. You cannot undo what had happened to that fridge. So it went out to the curb and someone picked it up. We ended up getting a new fridge there. So before I can answer this question, James, I want to hear from you. Go ahead and hop on and share with us your question.
Right now I'm 21 years old and I do want to make money because I want to have a big family. So I grew up in a family of 13. My dad was an optometrist. He is an optometrist. He makes, over $100K a year. And he's had enough to, have us go to private school and everything like that. I wouldn't say I've had a pretty good childhood. And right now I have a car. I'm $5,000 in debt for the car. I'm paying it off. And I'm usually pretty smart with my money. So the thing is, even though like my grandpa, he's a millionaire, and what he did was he built a company, sold it off, build another company with that money, invested, and then he keeps building off that. So he's a millionaire, and my dad has a lot of money. I won't ever get any of that money. I mean, I will eventually, but they don't give me that money because they want me to do what they did and make the money off how they did it, learn. And so the thing I want to ask you is, I'm in the military right now, and I want to get a degree in civil engineering. I want to know if this is a good plan because I want to do real estate, buying houses and selling, and not selling them, but or selling them and renting them at the same time. And one of my friends that I actually worked with when I was in high school, I worked the same job as one of my friends, and in 2 years he bought 6 houses. He's 27 now. He's retired. He's just traveling exactly what you were doing. He's not as rich as you, but he's doing what you're doing, and he will probably get to that point. Before I get my degree, I want to buy houses. And once I get my civil engineering degree, if I buy a house, fix it up, rent it out, or sell it for way more of a profit than I bought it for, would that be a good idea? Or is it just better doing what you did and just buying a house, making the equity off of it, buying another house, and just continuing in that cycle as you explained it? So I want to ask, is that a good plan to actually get a degree and continue in that, or should I just start right off from just buying and selling houses and just skip the degree? I feel like it is good to have a degree, so I want to know if it's a good idea to actually get it. Physically, I'm very, I'm motivated, and mentally I'm motivated, so I know I can do it. I just need a little bit of guidance to actually know how to do it, and I'd really appreciate it if you and your team could give me some advice on it. Thank you so much for your time.
So James, what I really admire about where you're coming from is that I can tell there's this sincere desire for a solution. You're willing to do what it takes. 21, you're hungry, you're in the military, and you want to know how can you get your game on right now, right? I mean, you come from a family of 13, you want a big family. How do you afford all that? I want to drop this on you. In the beginning, I thought fixer-upper was part of making a lot of money, because when I fixed up, I put a ton in, but I got a ton out. So I made good money on some of my fixer-uppers. I did enough of them until one day I learned a lesson. Every time I could find a fixer-upper that needed a lot of work, I could find another house that needed very little work and was just as profitable, and sometimes more profitable. And the second I figured it out is when I changed my philosophy. Why do I have to work hard to get paid a lot of money? I had to adjust my thinking that said, maybe I can make a lot of money without working hard. And you know what? That has become a very important part of my life. So first of all, do you need to do a fixer-upper, or would it be a good experience for you? My answer for you is no, don't do that. Why would you do that? Don't do that. If you're going to find a deal that will take you 3 months or 2 months worth of fixing up and swinging the hammer, you can probably find another one that doesn't. Now, right there, I want to tell you something. Some of you are just, you paused, I lost you, and you're like, Kris, wait. Are you trying to tell me that you can find good deals that need very little work out there? That's got to be way harder. It is true that you need a better finding team, but I will tell you that those deals exist, and I don't do the heavy cosmetic stuff anymore. I will do some basic cosmetic, lipstick, carpet and paint, some simple stuff. But outside of that, I don't do heavy stuff, and I recommend that you don't touch the heavy stuff. In fact, the bigger the remodel, the bigger the risk, the more expensive it's going to be than you think, and it's not going to turn out the way that you want. That's my personal experience. Am I telling you that you can't make a living flipping homes that way? Of course you can. If you want a job, you're in the military, for heaven's sakes, right? Like, you got busy going on like I got busy going on. I don't want to be known for being busy. I want to be known for having freedom in my life, for being able to do what I want with my life. Don't you? So make it easy on yourself. James, no, you don't have to make it harder than it has to be. If you're looking for a fixer-upper, you'll find one. If you're looking for a smoking hot deal that's not a fixer-upper, you can find that too. Now, James, if you want a shortcut, and every one of you also watching this video, in the link below, I got a free copy of my book. And I've just got a truckload of them in. I give them every year. I give away books. In fact, I've given nearly 100,000 books away for free since I started doing this. All you got to do is cover the shipping. I want to put the knowledge in your hands so that you can see how to go from nothing to millions of dollars without needing to put that money in. How do you do that? It takes a system, it takes a team, it takes a strategy, and the book reveals all of that and what that looks like. So the book is a free gift, and also if you get the book, it also comes with a free consultation where my team can step into your 21-year-old shoes and say, all right, where are you at? What's your real situation fully look like? How do we get you in the game of real estate right now? Whether that means a lot of money or none at all. Either way, we're going to serve you. We're going to get you the information that you need. Not just you, James, everyone else. Guys, thanks so much for watching today. James, thanks for your question. If you guys have other questions, make sure that you also follow the information in the links below. I might be making my next video about you and your question. Happy to make these videos to help you guys out. So thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, fix that right now, and we'll see you on tomorrow's video.